Alright, hi everyone, welcome to today's video. On the day this is being recorded, it is Saturday, May 31st, 2025. So yeah, today is the last day of May. Tomorrow's the first day of June. And Monday is my birthday. So that's cool. This is actually my second take of this video because I don't know. I just thought it would be best for me to just redo it. No other reason. I was like nah. So I'm out on a walk. It's a little bit after 6 o'clock. I got about probably around 2 hours. Well, yeah, probably about 2.5 hours just to do whatever until I have to start getting ready for work. Oh boy. So I have to record 3 videos tomorrow. But also kind of coincides with that it's also my shower day tomorrow because I shower every other day. Because prior to me first moving out of my parents back in 2020, during COVID and after the statewide lockdown, I mainly took a shower every day, at least once, sometimes twice. Once in the morning and once at night. But when I moved out and lived with the homies for 3 years, I was told that I can't shower every day. So I was like, alright, whatever. So I learned to take a shower either every other day or once every 3 days. So, yeah, I don't really know what else I could really say for that, but yeah, ever since I've been showering at least every other day, and it's kind of nice. Although sometimes I will take a bath, like a bubble bath, just to, sit in some warm, hot water with bubbles and just, sit in there and soak. Because, it feels nice. But my main thing is that when I take a bath, and it would have to be on a day, or I guess technically at this point, it'd be a night that I have off. To where it'll work out. Because if not, then Oh man. So, yeah. So yeah, if I know there's a lot of people out there in the world that if they take a bath, they have to shower afterwards. To me, that concept makes absolutely no sense at all, because either way, you're getting wet. So why waste even more, more water and have to pay more for the water bill? It makes absolutely no sense at all to do that. But, I mean, I guess I can understand the appeal of it. But to me, it just makes no sense. Now, I will say that the next shower day, for me, after that, after the next shower day after I take a bath, I will take a shower. Just so that way I get properly cleaned. But, I like sitting in a warm bath. Because it makes me feel better about myself. God. Okay. So since you guys are going to be seeing this long after June, I will explain myself again why I didn't post as much here on the channel for June of this year, of 2025. The reason is, well, for one, it's my birth month, and I want to kind of relax a little bit. That's one of the main reasons why. Two, I want to work on some projects that I have in the queue that needs to be done. Some of the projects are in video form. Others are not. The two main video projects I want to get done during the month of June, well, both deal with a game. Actually, two games. My 7th LP on my solo gaming channel, which more or less is probably already done by now, which was Crash Bandicoot 1 for the PlayStation 1. A game that I honestly never played before, but I figured it out after a while. A lot of trial and error, because I had to record it. I had to record gameplay and record commentary and then upload it. Bro's barking with a toy in its mouth. Blow it out your ass, fool. So yeah, that was also a reason, so I can try to get myself all caught up and put in a good spot. As of mid-May of this year, 2025, I have at least started on game number 8, and it'll be from a series that, yes, it will kind of also create a little bit of a pattern. You will see it when it comes out. But yeah. Yeah, when there's a cop around, people don't act like a fool. But when there isn't a cop around, then they act like a fool. But yeah, so yeah, Crash 1 should be about done by now. I don't know how far in advance this is going to be. This is being recorded for. Oh. You got somebody. It sucks. I don't know who he got, but it went off to the side of the road that I'm on, so I'll see who exactly they got. Oh yeah, it is the end of the month, so they're going to be getting hidden. They're trying to hit their quota too. Oh, let's see here. Oh yeah, and then the other game. I haven't really talked about it as much. But me, Christian, and James all collectively have we have a group gaming channel called the Gaming Couch. At the time that it's being recorded, Christian has been the only person to upload game footage. He is currently playing, well, at the time that it's being recorded, he's currently finishing up Portal 1. And he texted me while I was getting ready for work yesterday, saying that we should all get those, the clippable mics on your shirt. Which I was like, I kind of thought about it once or twice before, and I was like, it's almost kind of a little tacky, but it depends on who you get it from and all of that. So I started doing a little looking yesterday, and they're all mostly pretty cheap when it comes to, there's another cop there. Are they gonna join it? Nope. Free wood plant. But yeah, he's currently finishing up Portal 1. I did post my first video onto the channel. And, well, there was a lot of wrong to it. Because I posted it, ironically, the day of which this channel was founded, on April 28th. So yeah, this channel is officially 12 years old. Oh, the traffic stop's over, huh? All right, but it should. My plan is to actually have it start going up in. It should have started. My game, at least, should have at least started mid-late June. I already announced what it was in our very first video collectively. Now here's my thing. When we were recording that first video for the group, for the group channel, I could easily tell that both James and Christian were both a little nervous and just a little uncomfortable being in front of the camera. Me, not so much, because, I've done this for well over a decade now, so I know what it's like to, sit in front of the camera and just talk. I feel like I did most of the talking, and because, me talking in front of the camera is almost second nature for me. But, yeah, my game is, I need to cross the street, but my game is going to be Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. It more or less probably should be going on right around now. At least I hope it is.
Alright. You guys have a sweet day.
Okay. So yeah. So Super Mario World is going to be, well, it should be up at least 2 or 3 episodes in by the time this goes up. Again, I don't know how far ahead I'm recording this. Although I honestly think that that each person should pick a game, and then we'll all just kind of alternate between all of us and do one game at a time. That's what I think we should do. That way we don't have multiple games going on at the same time. It'd be a hell of a lot easier to just manage. But honestly, I don't know if the rest of the guys are on board with that. And that was my plan to begin with. To not do anything until after each game is at least the main story is like done. Of however long that would be. We got a slow ass train. And it's gonna be a long one too. Okay, well, actually I think I see the end. Yeah, it looks like the end for me. Yes, sirree, it is. Yes, sir. Almost looks like Mom, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. So yeah. I will try to update you guys on what's going to happen on the group gaming channel. We officially launched it in early February. And in terms of between the three of us has posted the most stuff onto the channel. Right now that title belongs to Christian. James is also supposed to... Well, here's the thing. We all collectively sat in the first video. You know, whatever. And then Christian said that all three of us should do some sort of a video as an explanatory video of, like, who we are, what type of games we like, and at least announce what the very first game that we should do in some fashion. Christian did a voiceover with some gaming content. Me, I did a video like this, although I kind of wanted to do it that way, but I was like, nah, I'd rather not. Although Christian made fun of me for having cheesy ass, basic ass music in the background. And I'm like, bro, as long as there's something in the background other than my voice being heard, that's all that matters. Who cares if it's cheap ass music? I mean, you know? But yeah, you know. Because James was the one to upload it, the beginning video. He uploaded one. Christian, I think, uploaded 5, because he's got 4 parts of Portal 1 plus his own personal introductory video, and I've uploaded 1 which is my introductory solo video. As far as I know of, it's just only everyone from the inside of our group that are the main subscribers to it. As far as I know of. Last I looked, there were only 7 subscribers. 4 of them are our own personal channels. We got 1 from Christian, 1 from James, and 2 from me, both my main channel and my main gaming channel. So I'm assuming Allison subscribed to it and Rachel did, so that's 6. So I don't know who the 7th is. I could go get food, but I'm like, no wait, I still got leftover Taco Bell from last night that I got before going to work. So, you know, it's whatever, honestly. God. It's been a while since I walked my Pokestop walk. Speaking of which, I haven't really been playing Pokemon Go as much as recently, you know, as I used to. I don't know if it's because of Niantic selling off all of their IPs to another company, and I fear for the worst of what they're going to do to those IPs, especially Pokemon Go. I don't know. And plus, Pokemon Go turns 9 years old this year. Yeah, because it officially dropped in July of 2016. So it turns 10 years old next year in July. I didn't play the game day one, but I first played in 2019. It was actually Katrina that got me into playing Pokemon Go. And I dedicated a lot of time, money, and spoofing to get the vast majority of everything that I have now. Because other than the occasional new Pokemon that they introduce, the most I do on the game anymore is shiny hunt, and it's a very tedious task. It honestly is. It's also been a while since I posted any Pokédex update videos in terms of where I'm at, in terms of the my Pokédex for my regular decks, my shiny decks, and my mega decks, and at least the ones that matters. So how about this? Whenever this video goes up will be when I actually do this and kind of do a little update on it. But I've also been playing the card game. All my friends at work got me into playing it. But it kind of takes me back to back when I was a kid, because I didn't I did kind of start my journey in the Pokemon franchise with the anime, but I was more drawn to the trading cards. And it's a good thing at the point in time when I started getting into the franchise. It was a very good time to get into the franchise, because I started getting into Pokemon roughly around 2007, which is when Diamond and Pearl came out. Yeah, I know that song. I couldn't tell you the name of the song or who it's by, but I know it. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah. My first set was definitely oh yeah, it was the Stormfront set, because there was a theme pack with Gyarados. And it's roughly around the time when they introduced the level X cards. And the one that I always wanted, yeah, the Mewtwo level X. I remember the first time I've seen it on a TV commercial. Roughly around 2007, 2008. God, that was over 15 years ago. My God, I feel old. Well, in fact, I'm turning 26 here in a couple days. It kind of rubs the salt into the wound a little bit. So yeah, I kind of started my Pokemon journey kind of with the anime, but I had my true beginning in the franchise with the trading cards. Because, like Lawrence III in the second movie, I'm merely a collector. Oh man, that's funny. But I didn't have the Ancient Mew card given out in theaters of that movie. Because, you know, it couldn't be played. Because it's like one of those super, like, ultra rare ancient Egyptian cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! But instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's Pokemon, and it's Mew. Where it all started, it will begin again. What the hell, baby bunnies? Yeah, baby bunny. So someone has a bunch of baby bunnies in their yard. That's kind of cool. I didn't start getting into the Pokemon video games until roughly around 2010-ish. Because right around that time is when I started watching Chugga Conroy. And that's how I first got into him, by watching his Fire Red Let's Play. And I've been watching him ever since. And yeah, that's Christmas of that year-ish. Or no, it was 2011. Yeah, Christmas of 2011 was when I got my very first Pokemon game, which was the counterpart to Fire Red. I got Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advance. Because my dumbass thought that Fire Red and Leaf Green were the first two games, but yeah, no, I was wrong. It was a remake of the first two games. And I dedicated a lot of time in playing Leaf Green. I'm gonna briefly go over my winning team in my recent playthrough of Pokemon Red for my gaming channel that actually got completed a year ago, believe it or not. Actually, it's more like a year ago yesterday. But yeah. So at the end of my Red playthrough for my Game with Trevor channel, my final team of 6 is as follows. But yeah, anyways, my final team of 6 is as follows. Venusaur, named Brute Root. I've had my fair share of Venusaurs throughout the years, because every time I play a Gen 1 related game, whether it be red and blue or fire red and leaf green. My Kanto starter will always be Bulbasaur. Always have, always will. I mean, even though its moveset is a little more limited than what I was, originally used to. But, yeah, I actually enjoyed playing and using it. Let's see here. Team member number 2. Billy the Furo. Now, I've used Furos and Spearows off and on, but it's not really my main first bird Pokemon of choice of Gen 1, because normally I go after a Pidgey instead of a Spearow. But, I just want to try something, have something different. Let's see here. Team member number 3. Skullkraken the Gyarados. Oh yeah, where the names came from. Brute Root came from some guy from the first movie. He had a Venusaur, and he fought Mewtwo's clone, Venusaur, and lost. And Mewtwo captures it. But yeah, I named my Venusaur after some guy's Venusaur who also had the name of Brute Root from the first movie. So that's where that nickname came from. For Billy, well, very simple. It's a bird and has a very long bill. But yeah, it's real basic, I know, but yeah. What the hell? You're 38 and you married a 58-year-old woman? So I just got a relationship advice thing from Reddit. I'm like, well, that's a huge age difference. Oh yeah, team member number 3, Skullkraken the Gyarados. Where did the name Skullkraken come from? Well, it came in homage to another gaming channel that both me and James watch. He was actually the one to introduce me to this channel. It's the Super Gaming Brothers. And yeah, because they had a Gyarados in their team. and I you know, paid homage to them for, you know, for the way how they played their version of Red. And I also paid a homage to Chugga in a way how I did my playthrough too. I showed off bios, just like Chugga did. And I showed off every trainer battle, just like the Super Game Brothers did. So, in that regard, I paid a lot of homage to both of them. Now, in terms of have I used Gyarados in any other game, I have. I mean, just like Venusaur. Very limited moveset, because, you know, its good physical water attacks didn't exist yet. And a lot of its good physical attacks didn't exist yet. But as time went on, it gives it a good moveset. But, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, and also another thing about its nickname. Skullkraken was its actual original name. It was its original English name. Which is pretty badass. Team member number 4. Mystery the Mew. Yeah, I actually did the Mew glitch. There's 2 different ways you can do the Mew glitch. You can do what I like to call the early method or the late method. Chugga never did any form of a Mew glitch. Well, I don't even know if there's a Mew glitch in Fire Red and Leaf Green, if I'm being brutally honest. Red, blue, and yellow, you can do the Mew glitch. Although my thing is I think in yellow they make that mandatory. But, you know, I don't know. Now, I did the early method because I was like, you know, I need a good psychic type, and I didn't want to, you know, I had a few options of who I wanted for my psychic type, because in every single Pokemon game, I always try to have a grass, fire, water, and a psychic type, at least, bare minimum. So yeah, Venusaur was my grass type, Gyarados was my water type, and Mew ended up being my psychic type. Who was my fire type? We'll get to him in a little bit. But I had a few choices for psychic, because I either wanted to do... I really wanted to use the Alakazam line, but since I was using an emulator that couldn't be used for trading yet, I didn't utilize that. So maybe one day in the future I will use an Alakazam on the main team. But, you know, it was Gen 1, but at that point in the game I would have to just rely on Kadabra. I mean, I've used Kadabra a lot. It's pretty good, but, you know, it's not Alakazam. Got all those papers in your windshield for? It's not illegal because, I mean, it obstructs your view. let's see here. So I went with Mew because, you know, it'd be pretty cool to have on the team. Plus, you know, I was going to show off the Mew glitch eventually. If I did it early, then it'd be like, okay, this is how you do it in the early way. But if I did it late, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a loop around Hucklebuck before going back into the house. Oh, let's see here. So yeah, Mew became my main psychic type, and I named it Mystery because it's it's the first mythical Pokemon, and according to its Pokédex entries, that it's a myth and a mystery because a lot of people don't believe that it even exists. So I think Mystery kind of fits it perfectly. And I was trying to plan a really good moveset for it, and I think I'm pretty satisfied with the end result of that moveset. Do I remember offhand what that moveset is? No, I can't even tell you what it is, honestly. But it's pretty good, I have to admit. I mean, I have it on my phone. It's just I can't look at it while I'm recording, which is, you know, whatever. Team member number 5, we have Smokey, the Arcanine. I almost said it's pre-evolved form. Now, here's my thing. If I was playing blue, I would easily pick Magmar as my fire type. Magmar is good, although we get a lot better with Magmortar in Gen 4. But it's Gen 1, so I'm like, okay, it's good, but it's going to be kind of hindered a little bit. But, you know, Magmar itself is good. And what doesn't make any sense is that Blaine doesn't have Magmar, even though that was his main signature Pokemon in the anime, because he summoned him out of a damn volcano. Okay, so Smokey, the background for that name, I actually did not come up with that nickname, but Allison did, because when I was recording footage of it and getting the nickname down for it, I was like, all right, y'all, I need a good nickname for a fire type. What do you got? Allison looked up and was like, Smokey. I was like, all right, good enough. And I went with it. So yeah, Smokey is the name of my fire type. I mean, I've used Arcanines before, but I don't use them too often, but I've used more Ninetales than Arcanines. But Arcanine has really good physical attack. Unfortunately, in Gen 1, it has no fire moves to take advantage of that attack stat. I mean, if I was playing blue, my fire type would probably be a mixture of either Magmar or Ninetales. Ninetales has really good special in Gen 1, but later games would be good in special defense. I was like, nah. Let's see here. So yeah, team member number 5, Smokey the Arcanine. Once I gave Growlithe Fire Blast from Blaine, that's when I was like, okay, yep. So, my thing with Growlithe was that I was going to have it fully evolved by the end of the game, but only if one of two things happens first. Either A, it gets to level 50 and learns Flamethrower, or B, when I defeat Blaine, and it was whichever one would happen first. And whichever one happened first will be when I will evolve my Growlithe. And what happened first? I beat Blaine. So yeah, that happened. And lastly, team member number 6, Zeus the Jolteon. So yeah, I picked Eevee as my last team member, but I was kind of stumped on which of the evolutions I wanted, because I always try to have an evolution in my team. Only problem, by the time that I obtained Eevee, I already had a water type and a fire type. So I was like, alright, either I'm gonna have to cut somebody, or I'm gonna have to go with a Pokemon that I've actually never used before. And I did. I went with Jolteon. I've never fully used a Jolteon, but it fit my battling style pretty well. It was fast and powerful. So yeah, that was cool. And plus, I need a good electric type too, because electric's really useful, especially in the last part of the game. But, you know, so yeah, that was my main team for Gen 1. There's no car behind me. Sometimes they like to pop out of nowhere around here in Hucklebuck. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Now turn to my Gen 2 team. Damn. So yeah, in terms of a Gen 2 team, I actually just started recording Gen 2 probably 2-3 weeks ago. I recorded 4 videos so far, and yeah, I just think that we're gonna have to, as of right now, I have 2 badges and 2 team members, and we're gonna have something very interesting and very cool in my Gen 2 playthrough. Just so you all know. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and call it a video. It's probably close to, see here, I've been recording for over an hour. It's probably almost 7:30, honestly. So we're gonna go ahead and call it quits. Bye!